In this video, we will talk about the different types of businesses and what sort of services they would require in order to do better at marketing. So, the first type, obviously, is ASOS, which is an e commerce store which sells products online. And so they rely on people coming to the store, making a purchase, opening up an account, and making a purchase. The second type is a service business, which relies on people either filling out a form, giving them a call, and then once they have received a call or form, they go out to the customer, sort of give them a quote, and then on approval would go on and provide them with a service. And the third type of business we look at is a software as a service, SaaS company, that relies on people to sign up and then pay a monthly fee to continue using their services. Each of these businesses have a different revenue model. The e-commerce store obviously wants people to come in buy the product, but also may have some recurring revenue in that some customers will come back over time and continue buying from the same store. So we call that the lifetime value of the customer. So the lifetime value of the customer in e-commerce store could be more than their first order. With a service business like this, a customer might only call once off, and then they may not need a plumber maybe in the next year or so, maybe next couple of years, and then they'll require a plumber again maybe 2 years later. And we don't know with certainty, or most businesses won't have the customers that have used them before call them again. So the percentage of people that will call back the same service business is low. So the lifetime value of a customer might be lower in case of a service business. And this one here, which is a software as a service sort of a business, which provides a recurring revenue model that they charge every month to the customer, might also have a churn rate. So at the end of the year, for an example, some people might end up canceling the service, and this company might end up losing a big chunk of their revenue because it could either be per employee, as you can see over here, or it could be a team pricing. So all of them have different models in terms of pricing, but we will try and understand how we go about marketing for each of these businesses. So first of all the three businesses require search engine optimization. So without a doubt, it is always good to recommend search engine optimization to all businesses. Now, with e-commerce, usually there's tons of categories. So you have your hoodies and sweatshirts, jackets, coats, jeans, joggers. And so if you sat down and put together a list of keywords that you need to target for this business, then that list might be 5,200 keywords. On the other hand, a local plumber, which is a service business, might has a very specific type of service. So, they do block drains, uh, you know, gas heating, evaporative cooling, but that's the extent of the service that they provide. And so the number of keywords that these guys might be targeting 24/7 local plumber, plumbing services, plumber services, and so on and so forth. So the extent of the keywords with this business might be lower. And obviously, that means that they don't need 50 keywords, maybe not even 100 keywords. They might only be, they may only end up needing 20 to 30 keywords to be able to target the local area. And finally, the SaaS company, which obviously provides in this case, the software for HR software. And again, with HR software, if you put together a list of keywords, it might not be as big as 100 keywords. It might be maybe up to 25 to 50 keywords at tops. All of them at different sort of keyword range, with e-commerce being the maximum, the SaaS company is somewhere in the middle, and depending on the type of service and the locations these guys provide services, towards the lower end of the spectrum. So let's go ahead and so obviously SEO would be important to these guys. Now let's go ahead and talk about pay-per-click marketing. Now, it is very important to remember that pay-per-click marketing would be useless without a landing page. So, if, say, for an example, if you're doing pay-per-click marketing on this website on the homepage, it would not convert as well as if it had a landing page dedicated to just having people fill out a form or give them a call. And the reason for this is manifold, but one of the main ones being that when a customer's on a page that is not a typical landing page, the page actually talks about a lot of other services and a lot of other things that the business does that may not be relevant to the customer. While a landing page would be customized with the fact that it would be built with the fact that it would be used to highlight only specific things related to the search query that the user is making. So before you go about selling PPC to anyone or recommending PPC to anyone, ensure that they have an appropriate landing page. And if they don't, then it is very important for them to get a landing page to be able to run the PPC services. Now, in terms of e-commerce, the category pages become the landing page. So, you could easily run, shopping ads that would end up targeting individual product pages, which is itself a landing page because they can then uh, go to the product, look at the product, click add to bag, and that's all there is to it. The search ads would have a lower ROI compared to shopping ads. So if I was focusing on an e-commerce store, in order of importance, the first type of ads that I would run, shopping ads, followed by search or display ads. uh, if I'm running shopping ads and I'm sending people to my website, then remarketing ads would be a must. um, and then, if I've already exhausted my budget with shopping ads, remarketing ads, I might even go for, even go for a custom audience uh, based on the existing customers of this store. And then, if I've exhausted budget on that, then I'll end up targeting either search or display. In terms of HR, payroll, and software, the way I would go about targeting this business for ads. See, the thing with a software as a service is the user registration precedes any form of revenue. So the person has to register an account. If they're offering a free trial, that's not very good. From a perspective of counting conversion, if they're offering a free trial, you don't know until 14 days whether they'll subscribe to a full program or they'll subscribe to a plan. So it's very hard to assess the impact of a software as a service. So the way we do this is, first of all, we focus on search ads to ensure that we get certain amount of traffic to be able to analyze the sample and make a call. We obviously follow that up with remarketing ads. But even before, even before you go about making judgment on search ads or remarketing ads, you would obviously run LinkedIn ads on the side. So the idea here would be run search ads, run LinkedIn ads, and then have a bucket that targets both of these people. Going on to the side, you target them with remarketing ads. With LinkedIn, you have a much more finer targeting, and with search ads, you have a little bit of a lesser amount of finer targeting. So I might even actually put LinkedIn ads above search ads, and then put remarketing in the middle. You start off with LinkedIn ad, also at the same time start off with search ads, then run remarketing on all the people that visit the site, and then continue running it until you have a good cost per acquisition number that you can work from. And finally, in terms of the local service, you would obviously start off depending on the type of service. So if you are say for an example, if you are a plumber, in my case, then Google search ads would be the most relevant campaign to run, um, followed by remarketing. But let's say if you're a lawyer, you provide specific services, lawyers, or you are any other form of white collar. I don't know whether you call that white collar or blue collar, but those sort of services, then again, LinkedIn ads might be a better target. Then you obviously run remarketing. You can also create custom audience list based on the people that are your existing customer. You can feed that into Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, and it'll create another list for you that would be much more similar to your targeting methods. So that's how you would go about pitching them. But before you pitch them all of these, it's very important that it's very important that you actually pitch them a landing page, because in most cases businesses won't have a dedicated landing page for some of these ads, and the return on investment from a landing page would be much different to what you would have with a regular website.